Meghan Markle is said to be reeling from the finer details of Harry's past relationships and former party boy antics. A source close to the couple says this narrative that Meghan essentially stood over Harry as he wrote his book is way off the mark. He and ghostwriter Jared Moringer spent months going through his private photo albums, journals, emails, and so forth. It naturally brought up some extremely raw feelings and surprise anecdotes, many of which came as a huge shock to Meghan when she read through the manuscript. And some of those shocks are said to include tales of former flames. From 2004 to 2010, Harry was in what became widely perceived as a turbulent on and off relationship with Chelsy Davy. Harry also dated actress and model Cressida between 2012 and 2014. If Harry follows through with his promise of a tell-all memoir, his former flames are bound to crop up, which won't just be testing for Chelsy and Cressida, but also Meghan. The insider adds, Harry didn't want to brush over his past romances, so Chelsy and Cressida are going to find it tough. But there are tons of other revelations about his partying and some of his terrible choices he made that are tough to sugarcoat, to say the least. Meghan knows Harry had a very lively past. She wouldn't have found him nearly as appealing if he hadn't lived a life to the fullest and got everything out of his system before they settled down and committed to a long-term future. They've talked about what each of them got up to in their younger years, and there's no overriding issue, resentment, or insecurity there from Harry towards Meghan or vice versa. But certain things were glossed over, like Harry's various hookups and flirtations, and the extent of his wild antics on the London party scene, which Meghan's now finding out a lot more. Prince Harry's memoir has apparently been rejected by publisher multiple times. Harry has gone through draft and draft trying to get it right. Experts warn the firm against letting Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, pull a fast one with a Beyoncé-style memoir release. Royally Us host Christina Garibaldi and Christine Ross issued this warning during the course of their chat. The conversation rose when Mr. Ross pointed out, "I'm surprised we haven't seen any more details on this." Ms. Garibaldi chimed in agreement almost immediately and poked fun at the couple with the jibe, "It's very surprising. Who knows, maybe they'll pull a Beyonce and just drop the book and that'll be it." This claim comes after it was announced that the prince finished the necessary edits and writing for his memoir in the summer. At the time, she explained, a publishing source told The Sun the manuscript has been finished and gone through all the legal processes, adding that it's done and out of Harry's hands. On the other side, Valentine Lowe's new book on the royals, Courtiers, talks to the men in gray suits and could challenge Prince Harry's narrative of the royal field. Royal commentator Richard Eden said the men in gray suits who work behind the scenes for members of the royal family may be able to give a different side of things in Mr. Lowe's book. He said royal courtiers were not trusted by Princess Diana and were figures that had been pillared by Harry and Meghan. Speaking on the Mail Plus's talk show Palace Confidential, Mr. Eden said they've always seen them as negative forces in the background. Everything is always blamed on them. Perhaps this book will give a different side of things.